You stop scrolling. Good. I can smell the heavy cloud over your head from here. It smells like stress, and maybe a little bit like old pizza, but mostly stress. My name is Sunny. I don't know how to do taxes, and I don't know why you texted your ex, but I'm an expert at sitting and staying. So, let's just do that for a few minutes. You don't have to be productive right now. I know sometimes you feel like a giant cat is chasing you, but look around. There is no cat. So get cozy, find your favorite blanket, and let's learn why your brain is making such a fuss over nothing. To start, you need to understand that inside your head, you have a small organ called the amygdala. I prefer to call it the smoke detector or the brain's watchdog. Its job is to stay alert to warn you of any danger. If a car is coming right at you, the amygdala barks, "Watch out!" and you jump to save yourself. That's great. Woof! The problem is that when you have anxiety issues, that guardian has a glitch or a system error. It starts barking at shadows, falling leaves, or even things you imagine in the future that haven't even happened yet. As neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett says, sometimes the brain constructs fear based on past experiences, preparing you to run from a snake that is actually just a garden hose. Pathological anxiety is basically feeling like you're hanging from a rope over an abyss, when really you're sitting safely on your couch. When your brain decides there is a danger, even if it's a work deadline or a party where you don't know anyone, it releases substances called cortisol and adrenaline. Humans call this the fight or flight response. Basically, your body prepares to fight a wolf or run like a greyhound. That's why you feel your heart beating a mile a minute, your hands sweating, and your breath getting short, as if you just chased a ball through the entire park. The problem is, since there is no wolf to fight, all that energy gets trapped inside you and makes you feel terrible. It's like when I get left locked inside the house and I have too much built-up energy. I start spinning in circles and chewing on the cushions. Here is where things get funny, or maybe not so much. You humans have a bad habit of getting scared of your own symptoms. You feel your heart beating fast and think, "Oh no, I'm going to have an attack." And that makes the amygdala bark louder, releasing more cortisol. You get stuck chasing your own tail in a loop of fear of fear. Marianne Rojas Estape mentions something very important. 90% of the things that worry us never actually happen, but the body and mind experience them as if they were real. It's crazy. Imagine if I spent the whole day worried because tomorrow there might not be any kibble. I'd become a very sad and stressed dog. But how do we make the brain stop barking? Here are my expert tips to help your inner human calm down. Accept the guest, even if he smells bad. Instead of fighting against anxiety, try self-acceptance. As Nathaniel Branden's book says, don't fight the anguish, immerse yourself in it, and accept it. The poet Rumi has a great poem called The Guest House, where he says we must welcome every emotion like a visitor, even depression or malice, because they might be clearing you out for some new delight. Don't try to kick the barking dog out of the room. Sit with him, give him a mental pat, and tell him, "I know you're scared, but we are safe here." Breathe like a sleeping puppy. Breathing is the brake for your nervous system. When you inhale, do it deep into your belly, diaphragmatic breathing, and most importantly, let the air out very slowly. Try to make the exhalation longer than the inhalation. That sends a chemical signal to your brain that says, "False alarm, you can relax." Dismantle the tin monster. Sometimes fear looks like a giant monster, but if you take it apart piece by piece, physical sensations, thoughts, and emotions, you'll see they're just wires and tin cans. Ask yourself questions like, is this thought true? Does it help me? What is the worst that could happen? Most of the time, you'll discover that you're just barking at a lamppost. Shake off the stress. Have you seen what we dogs do when we get out of the water or after a tense moment? We shake ourselves off. Physical movement helps drain the cup of stress hormones. Go out for a walk, dance in the kitchen like no one is watching, or play with us. In conclusion, remember that anxiety is just a normal human emotion. Don't punish yourselves for feeling it. As Kristen Neff says, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you treat me when the thunder scares me. Living in the now is the secret of us animals. We aren't thinking about the email we didn't send yesterday or the bill for next week. We are thinking about how good this tree smells right now. Get out of your mind and into your life, as Stephen Hayes would say. Okay, my social battery is at 1%. It's time for my 18-hour nap. But before you go back to the loud world, look at that subscribe button down there. It looks like a ball, doesn't it? If you click it, you join the pack, and we need more good humans in the pack. Also, boop the like button with your snout, or your finger. It helps the algorithm finding other sad humans who need a treat. Remember, you are a good human. You are the goodest. See you next time.